Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another episode of the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta 2017 charity run. As always, links in the description will take you to the 4-Job Fiesta website where you can donate to Child's Play charity. If you do so, please leave a comment down below telling me that you donated. Also, links to my friend Eisen's channel where he is doing a run this year, but I do not believe he is airing it. That being said, go show his channel some love, because he needs it. And last year's run was on it. What are... Oh. They're attacking shit. Sure. Wow, thanks for not hitting Golem. That's greatly appreciated. We're gonna break my little rule here. And just aim. As long as she doesn't, and she's gonna swords dance that thing being Golem, he should be fine. So we're gonna pass this on to you, because I fucked you up a little bit. God damn it, Reina. Woman, you did it bad. Let me check a thing real quick here. What's this gonna do to you? Nothing. It did fuck all. Take his MP, that's better. No. And he's dead, fuck it. Fuck it, we're done. There's literally no reason. Sorry, Golem. Maybe he'll come back. Probably not, but maybe. Fortunately, I didn't lose too many good items on that ordeal. But yeah, that's what I wanted the bards for. If I had bard and summoner, then I would have Golem. And Golem is not something to sneeze at by any means. He is consistently broken in any game you play him in. I would argue he's one of the most broken in this game because you can summon him more than once without some kind of cheap trick. That's actually what made Celestia so broken in the My Little Pony versions of Final Fantasy VI, in that she had the power, since they took her tools away and gave them to other characters, she tended to have the power to summon more than once. And you just slap Golem on her and break the game. You're like, hi! Nothing's hurting us ever. I could arguably do more damage with fire weapons. Oh, shit! Fuck it! We're done! We're goddamn done! That was an annoying boss, too! I just fucked him up, though! That was great shit right there! Love it! Oh, I am so okay with that! And I thought Ferris would be a detriment in this fight, because she'd keep hitting his little pods. Fuck it! We did a good. So we didn't get Golem. Big deal. Oh, fuck, there he is! I'm getting another shot at Golem, god damn it. That's not what I meant, Ferris. And you know it. And of course she puts every goddamn arrow into him, except one. But yeah, I'm not gonna have Summoner. I heard something on one of John's streams that apparently, you don't have to donate much. Like, he had someone who apparently donated $1 to change. I will admit, the idea of getting rid of that goddamn Berserker is highly appealing to me. I mean, really goddamn appealing. It's something that really speaks to me. I just don't know what I'd replace it with, is the thing. I mean... Obviously, black and white mages wouldn't be a choice. Red mage would be a choice. Summoner would be a choice. Mystic Knight would be a fantastic choice. And there was another one. What was that? I'll look once this fight is over. Unless I have to run again. Probably will. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Now we're hitting some numbers. It's not Bard, I know that much. Oh, there we go. Now we got Golem. Yay. Yay, Golem. No. Stop that. Steal from you? There we go. Cool! So that's the... What was the other class? Let me look. I'm not... Relax, I'm not changing. Berserker, Ranger... Mystic Knight was one, Berserker was one. Time Mage! Oh... Would I do that to myself again? I honestly don't know. You know what? I wouldn't fuck with it. I wouldn't do the summon just because... Oddly enough, just entirely because I sold all my rods. You know. And I'm not necessarily thrilled with Reina. If I weren't on a natural run, I would probably swap her out for something. I probably would, let's be perfectly honest. But the option remains. I kind of want to stick it out, because, let's face it, the worst thing for Berserkers is the worm, and I'm past that. There's stuff she's not great with, but we're past the stuff where she's majorly gonna bone me just for being on the team. And Red Mage would take a long time to grind up to the double thing. And while I would have loved it early game, and it would have still pulled its weight later, not as strongly as it could have, but it still would have pulled its weight end game. At this point, it's kind of... I'd be taking a hit, because I wouldn't... I have no spells, for one thing. And I don't even know if in here I can buy the spells that I would need, you know. Summon... I've literally... Golems... I think the only... Golem and Titan are the only summons I have right now, I think. I mean, let's take a look here. I picked up these two. Got nothing here. Got Speed and Teleport, which aren't horrible. Oh, I'm sorry. Ifrit, Titan, and Golem. Golem's in my inventory. No Blue Mages, no Songs. I mean, there's just... Let me Golem up real quick. There we go. So yeah, I'm very much at a disadvantage if I do any of those. Summoner would be nice, but it's not practical. I mean, let's be perfectly honest, it's just not practical right now. But it's something to think about, because I do actually have some extra money for a change. I don't know if I mentioned this, I did a Chinese food run for my roommates. Basically, I live on 13th Street, and they wanted... basically 13th Street, 11th Avenue. You know. And they wanted me to go to 3rd Street and 3rd Avenue. But on the south side. You know. So it wasn't a huge trip, but it wasn't something you'd want to walk, you know. Got to see some lovely architecture, reminded me of Disney World. And I basically got $5 out of the deal, and a small handful of change. So I mean, if the game looks unwinnable for me, and I do mean if it looks unwinnable, if there's a situation where I just can't proceed, then yeah, I'll see what I've got to donate. You know? But I don't think the game is unwinnable for me right now. I did a lot with a little last year, and I've passed most of the major milestones. Now that I know that Fork Tower is optional, and there is literally no reason for me to go in it this time, why would I put myself through that? And you're probably thinking, because I'm going to strawman you again, Kyrix, you didn't have white or black magic last year, why'd you do it? Meteor. Last year I did it because Meteor was up there. Flare, Meteor, and Holy was the prizes for Fork Tower. I don't remember how Meteor played into that, but I remember that it did. And I needed that because that's really the best spell my Time Mage could ever get for offense. Out of the 2 spells she could get for offense. Isn't it like a Warp Stone or something? Well, I don't have one. Let's see. I could have sworn there was like a Warp Stone I could use for this place. Oh, I remember what it is. The Teleport spell that I can't cast. But yeah, it's, since I don't have to go there, I don't have to go up Fork Tower, I don't have to worry about not having spells. And again, I can, there are item workarounds for just about everything. Like, I can get some summons because of the lamp. Which I will get and I will fucking use. Mark my words. I didn't use it at all last game until X-Death because I didn't know how it worked. I thought it... I thought, and I described this, I thought because it could be recharged that it was a one-use item. Like, I threw up the lamp and something came out at random, like the summon spell, the call spell that summoners get, which just picks a summon at random and summons it. I don't know if it's out of their list or just all the summons. Like, I don't know if, let's say, in the Fire Temple, if I could accidentally summon Bahamut. Possibility, but I don't think so. Or actually, I do think so. But I don't fucking know. But, again, last year I thought that was what it was, and then you took it to get recharged, and I'm like, well, that's a big pain in the ass. I'd rather just save it and use it the once on X-Death, and then I saw, well, it's still in my inventory, maybe I can use it again. And it turns out, rather than being a one-shot thing, it goes down a list. So, I'm gonna use it for really tough boss fights. And there's a couple that I can think of right now. There's one I can think of right fucking now. It's that Trinity boss, the one where you gotta kill all 3 of them more or less at the same time. I think my friend Bahamut might have something to say to that. You know what I mean? But, yeah, anyway, it's... I don't think the game's unwinnable for me. I think it's going to be annoying. I think Reyna's going to continue to be a pain in my ass in this game. But I don't think she's going to cost me the game. And while I'm not being costed the game, not just because I have very little money to work with, it's not really a financial thing on my part. It's a pride thing, and it's a stick with the thing. I was dealt the hand of Berserker. I don't want it, but it's what I have. You know? And even though, like I said, I don't necessarily want this particular job, I can beat the game with this job. I proved that last year. And, quite frankly, if I were to swap it out now, when I arguably had a worse composition last year. Because, yes, I had Time Mage, but Time Mage isn't that much better than having no Mage at all. I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. But, but if I could do that with 2 Dragoons, a Berserker, and a Time Mage, I can do that with a Berserker, a Samurai, a Thief, and a Hunter. You know, I can do this. And I want to do it just to prove that I can. Plus, again, it's part of the thing. I signed up for 4 jobs. I knew there was a 1 in 5 chance that I would get Berserker and get fucked in the ass for it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna roll those dice. And I did. And I got Berserker. I fucking failed that roll. I do this roughly every week when I go to HeroClix and I take a gamble. You know? I do this every month in Star Trek, where I take a chance that I probably shouldn't. And sometimes it pays off, and most of the time it bites me in the ass. You know, and this time I got bit in the ass by Berserker. Hello, what are you doing? Well, psychic pain. Now, if I had the money at the time, what I would have done is I would have rolled Berserker and basically petitioned Gilgamesh like, hey, change this to literally anything, you know? and I had my new job right off the bat, and I had to rent it, you know. But that's, again, that's absolutely not what happened, so I'm sticking with what I have. I mean, if I had made the change within a video or two of getting it, that would have been different. But that's not what happened, so fuck me in the ass, you know. The odds are actually pretty decent that I will do a second run this year, because I'm pretty... I mean, yes, I'm only in the second world, I'm only starting it, but I'm pretty close to the end of this. In the sense that within a week I could have this done. You know? So... what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, I'm going to upload this, I'm going to look at how far I can get into, for example, Jedi Power Battles, which is the next big project. And if I can get a couple, let's say 3 character stories done. Actually, no. No, you know what? We're gonna look at how long this took me. Fuck it. I'll do both. I'll do Jedi Power Battles and I'll do my second run because I'm thinking that I've got July. Well, no, I've got July and the end of August. So if I can get 3 characters done in Jedi Power Battles before, let's look at the calendar. Let's look at July. Before the 15th. Before Saturday, the 15th of July. If I can get 3 characters done on Jedi Power Battles, and I think I can do that in like 2 days, honestly. Even going in mostly blind like I am. But if I can do that, I will start a second run. And when I say that, I mean the day I complete the 3, if it's before the 15th, I will start that fucking day. And that's if I don't talk myself into flat out starting another run right off the bat, you know? But, I think what I'll do for run 2, if I do it this year, and right now I'm heavily leaning towards, you can hear me as I'm describing this, talking myself into it. But if I do that, it is going to be a Chaos 5-job run. No natural, which means when her job comes up, it can be anything. So, we'll see what comes of that. And I will say, if I get Berserker, I'm gonna donate it away, depending on how much it costs to donate it away. I don't know if you have to donate a large amount, or if it's just like, hey, donate something. And if I sound stingy, realize I literally have $5 to my name. Because I was telling my friend, who's I usually describe as the HeroClix judge, I described to him how tight my finances were, and he was genuinely shocked. Because I told him, like, you realize I have literally 5 cents in the bank, and my food stamps are literally completely tapped out. I have not even a penny in there. Apparently it never clicked with him that I take that absolutely to the limit. That I literally spend every cent I own. And I do. I really fucking do. I use every cent that I have every month because I have to. You know? I mean, it never even occurred to him, because he gets a very well-paying job. It never occurred to him that it's even possible for a person to agonize over having 85 cents in a week to get a soda with, you know? Because I told him, I'm like, hey, I lucked out in that we're not playing HeroClix this last week, because that means I had enough money to get a soda every trip up there. For those of you wondering why that's a thing, that's a 7.8 mile ride for me. That's an 8-mile ride in the Florida sun at about 4 o'clock when it's about about 3 o'clock, when it's more or less as hot as it's gonna physically get. So that is not a fun ride. By the time that ride is over, you get a little dehydrated. You know, you get thirsty. So, I get a soda. It's 85 cents, why not, right? Okay, that's the castle. There's a Moogle Forest up there. Down there's X-Death. Over on the far left, I think I need the submarine for. It's the castle. Where's the guy's castle, rather? Oh, no, wait, not yet. I gotta go to X-Death's place and land on the fleet. Because that's the thing. Okay, here's X-Death's place. With its barrier that keeps me out. See? Boom, 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 red barrier. Here's the flotilla. And here I am landing. Yay me. So yeah, if Berserker, if I roll Berserker, and I've got 5 chances to do it, if I roll Berserker, I will see what it costs to get rid of it. I mean, the ability to equip axes is very nice, but not the best, you know? So yeah, again, we're gonna take a look at how long this takes me. Because, like I said, I've still got Suikoden to work on, I've still got Jedi Power Battles to work on, I've still got the Ash Run to work on, I'm still working on Infamous. I'm in the middle of a lot of different projects right now, and all of them need some degree of attention. Like, not to a, what's the word, an urgent degree, like, Suikoden's done. I don't need to upload a single video until August, and I have enough when August hits to get me through 2016. Oh, there's my ringtone! So I'm not concerned in that regard, but I want it done so that I can put it up and, you know, wash my hands of it. Someone's calling Kyrix. That's debatable. This kind of reminds me of a scene on at the very end of what's it called? Can I talk to you guys? No, you're just gonna be little brats. Of Star Ocean 2, where you have a battle on a ship with a boss, actually. Stole potion, cool. I like potions. No. But yeah, I like the fact that everyone in my party has at least a 25% chance to flat out not get damaged by physicals. Nice spellcasting. You gotta worry about Gilgamesh. Hi, Gilgamesh! Give me your items. Got something good for me? You do got something good for me! I don't know that I want to equip it just yet, but you got it for me. That'll probably make him summon. No! Still not summoning yet. Summon? Yep, there he is. Hi, Enkidu. That's useful. One of these days, I gotta... Ooh, thank you. One of these days, I really gotta study the Epic of Gilgamesh, because it seems like an interesting story. There's apparently a lot of, I almost said modern, mythology based on it. Wow! Did you get an instant death on him, or is he really just that few hit points? I think she only hit him for like 500. She did not hit him. I don't even think she did a full grand to Enkidu, and he's down already. Then again, the Gilgamesh bosses, except for like the last two, are designed so you can't lose them. And yet I managed to anyway somehow. Go figure. But yeah, that's a thing. He didn't ditch, he got fucked up. Oh, fresh golden shield. Don't need it, but nonetheless. I'm not supposed to be the only one in the drink. I love how charmingly incompetent he is. That pun is so bad, I'm gonna fall on purpose. Yay, Windrake. I didn't get nearly as much done as I actually hoped to, but yeah, I'll take it. Now let's take a look at this real quick, what I stole from him. I know it's good. I don't think it's better. Well, obviously, stat-wise, it's better, but I don't think it's better, let's say, objectively, than what I've got. Oh, Toad and Paralysis. That's useful, I guess. 2 people can equip that. Let's take a look at what that results in, just stat-wise. 1 point dip in agility, 1 point dip in magic, 12 points to defense, 5 extra points of weight, 2 points less of magic defense. Yeah, it's just not a good trade-off for me. I'm sure in a normal run, where I wasn't so dependent on my items, I would have a great deal of good things to say about that, but this is not a normal run. You know? And at the very least, I would not be running my Thief, for example, and I would just put the gloves on. I'd put the mantle on Bart's and give the gloves to someone else, but that's the thing. With my luck, they don't sell for crap either, because they usually don't. Yeah, help me with this. Yes, we are. Okay, I recall this being somewhat troublesome. You know, it just occurred to me, I think I can get reflect rings here. And if I can, I might use those against the Seal Guardians instead. So we're going to hold off here, and I will see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye!